Hey, and we're back with another episode of Before You Buy, the show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest games releasing. It's me, Jake Baldino, and today we're talking about Dispatch. This is from Ad Hoc Studio. It's their debut game. It's a game made up of game development industry veterans, most notably creative leadership from Telltale Games, the folks behind things like the Walking Dead game, Tales from the Borderlands, and some of my personal favorites like Batman and The Wolf Among Us. Now, Dispatch in many ways feels like a spiritual continuation of those types of games. Now, the trailers didn't hook me. I kind of went in not really knowing what to expect, but I've really been enjoying this so far, like a lot, with just a few caveats. So let's talk about it. But just so you know, disclaimers here, I bought the game and have been playing along with the episodic releases. The weekly release cadence for episodes has been good, and by the time this is out, it's a bit over halfway through. So keep that in mind. This is a review in progress, or first impressions. A lot of people are asking for this video, so we just jumped in now. I like it so far. They could completely miss towards the second half. I don't know for sure, but yeah. Also, you need to know that this is as light on spoilers as possible. Most of the gameplay you'll see here is actually from episode 3, which might sound bad, but it's kind of like a middle of the road episode, and I edited around big moments. It was probably one of the better episodes to just show you the gist of what you could expect from the game. Now, it takes place in a fictional Los Angeles, in a world filled with superheroes. You play as Robert, essentially a fallen or disgraced hero who is down on his luck, and he gets roped into working for the Hero Dispatch Agency. So essentially, he's like a 911 or ambulance operator sitting at a computer, taking calls and sending out the right superheroes for the job. A bank robbery, someone has their cat stuck in a tree, appearances, stuff like that. Now, what seems like a job that might be mundane in this world very quickly becomes chaotic, and there's like a whole bigger story to it. So the one thing I want to acknowledge up front here is that Dispatch is, of course, a story-based game. Now, with that, it's also pretty light on gameplay. For some folks, this is going to be a non-negotiable. If you don't like these types of games, look elsewhere. From an interactivity standpoint, it's arguable that it's less playable than a Telltale game. You're not walking around, you're not clicking on things, you're not partaking in optional conversations or constantly making choices every 5 seconds. QuickTime events are optional and few and far between. This is heavy on the story focus, and it's you watching cutscenes and occasionally reacting. The choices are important though, and so far, at least this far into it, it has been fun to see little changes here and there. Now, one angle of gameplay I didn't mention yet is the actual dispatching gameplay. This is fairly straightforward, but it's pretty fun. During certain sequences of the game, Robert takes to his desk to do his job, and you jump into the screen, and you're monitoring a map of the city, waiting for crimes to pop up. You take these calls and essentially have to decide which of your hero roster you send on this mission. All the kind of deadbeat heroes you have all have their own specialties and stats. So it's up to you to look at your heroes' different stats and try to figure out who might be best suited for what job. Do you need someone to protect the governor at a speaking event? Maybe send someone with a high defensive type rating. Need someone to sneak into a bad guy's hideout? Then you lean into smarts, charisma, or agility. More often than not, no hero is 100% perfect for the job, and you just kind of need to try your best doling them out.
My client requires protection while he does some shopping.
I remember this man, and he's right to be paranoid. Secret police hired me 3 years ago to kill him. He pissed off the wrong dictator, who shall remain nameless.
Make way, baby.
Teaming some up together, sending some solo, all while managing their cooldowns on the job, or recovering from injuries due to you screwing up a mission. It's very, very light strategy. It's not the most hardcore, intensive gameplay at all, but it works. As you send heroes on successful missions, they actually can level up, and you'll earn skill points to dump into one of these categories. If you have a charismatic but weak hero, maybe dump a point into their combat strength tier. Along with that, you'll also be able to train these heroes to unlock certain abilities like flight, meaning their travel time to mission is shorter, or passive attribute type things like where teaming up certain heroes together on a mission gives you bonuses. These gameplay sequences are occasionally interrupted by these hacking minigames, and they're pretty simple, but I actually like them quite a bit, as long as they don't overstay their welcome later in the story. If they overdo the hacking, it'll get annoying after a while, but so far in the game, I like when they pop up. So all that stuff is the main crux of the gameplay that pops up occasionally. In between that, you're watching and occasionally making a dialogue decision. So with that, like, if you are down for story-focused games, this one might be for you, man. Up front, I've been really entertained by this story, thanks to a nice hook, a good amount of heart, and interesting characters. It's kind of like Invincible mixed with Watchmen, thrown into a Telltale Games blender in the style and everything. Plus, really engaging performances go a long way here. I mean, you have like a lot of voice actors. You have video game voice actor mainstay Laura Bailey. She does really good here. The cast of the crap tier underdog heroes you command are voiced by various internet personalities, which might initially seem like a turnoff, but I think they all do a solid job. And you wouldn't even notice if you didn't know their voice already. It's like if I was in a game, you'd probably just be like, wow, I don't know who that guy is, but his voice is really annoying. Jokes aside, with all these characters, credit where credit is due, love them or hate them, I really like what Charlie, also known as Moist Critical, is doing here. Good comic relief voice acting, it works really well for the character that these game designers came up with. I like the concept of the character a lot, it's just cool. The voice acting all around is mostly stellar. I'd only say that sometimes the dialogue is in that style of like over-the-top vulgar just for the sake of it. It feels really played out. It feels very like early 2010s, you know, like occasional bits where every other word is a curse word, and it just feels kind of forced and cringe-inducing, like when you're a little kid on the school bus and you first learn the F word, so you use it every other word in sentences. Thankfully, these moments aren't too frequent, but I'd say that's my one complaint, really. It can occasionally be grating. Now, the lead character, the main character, Robert Robertson, he's played by real actor celebrity Aaron Paul, who you probably know as Jesse from Breaking Bad. He's had some voice roles before here and there. I think he was in BoJack Horseman, but like usually when a mainstream celebrity steps into a big video game role, well, it can go either way. But thankfully, man, Aaron Paul has like absolutely blown me away here. I think he fits so well in this game and does a great job adding some like depressing nuance to this character.
Sonar, you alright? Why are you sending a distress call when you haven't left the building?
Could you send a locksmith downstairs?
What happened?
Coop seduced me.
No. I said, hey, want to see something cool, and then handcuffed you to a squat rack.
But you said it with a hot voice, so I assumed you meant boobs.
Okay, team, I know Blazer mentioned someone's getting cut, but don't let that distract you from doing a good job out there. That's what you'll be judged on.
He's playing it a bit more straight and gruff, but in a way that still manages to make the character really endearing. I found myself naturally rooting for this guy. His performance and the story are the reason for these last few weeks. Like, I found myself looking forward to the next episode release. I've been entertained, and I really want to see where it goes. Plus, not to mention, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the animation style. I really like the art style. And some of the big moments, like the big fight scenes, they look really damn good. It's just impressive and fun to watch. Again, to repeat myself, I've been consistently entertained, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes next. It could completely miss the landing, who knows? But so far, I've been enjoying the ride, even more than I expected. Now, along with this, it's worth noting that you also get a lot of the stuff you would want from these types of games, end episode recaps that show your choices and compare them to what other players chose. Along with that, an extras menu where you can look back at all of these choices and statistics, as well as the ability to browse through the episodes, see what's coming up next, and jump into different chapters of previously played episodes. But really, again, this is a short one because it's not finished yet. This is a review in progress, but Dispatch pleasantly surprised me. I know having Telltale people behind it, it's like, Jake, you should have known this would have been a win, but like I said, the trailers, it didn't really do it for me. I wasn't too excited going in, but having played it now, I'm really glad I did. We'll see where it goes, but for now, that's a quick before you buy. You know how this goes by now. I give you some pros, some cons, and some personal opinion, and now I want to hear yours down in the comments. Have you played it so far? What do you think? Are you just starting out? Are you caught up? Let us know what you think without really spoiling it for other people. Let's talk anything Dispatch and really previous games from these developers down in the comments. If you like this video and maybe seeing the gameplay and hearing about it informed your decision, clicking the like button helps us. We'd appreciate it, but that's it really. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
What happened?
She's fine. Just walked into my sword with her face a little bit.
I don't believe in punching women, but I do believe in punching demons.
Yeah, try it.